On this episode of Infowars News Blitz, charges dismissed for man drinking iced tea. Church asks followers to submit to government, and Americans have petitioned for Obama's Illiteracy program. That and a lot more, so stay tuned. Okay, folks, this is the first article today here, and it's an article written by Adam Salazar. The article is titled, Charges Dismissed Against Man for Arrested Drinking Iced Tea. Court rules arrest unconstitutional as officers lack reasonable suspicion. I mean, and there's a video here too, but it might be a bit vulgar. Actually, 3 videos. One from Infowars, one Infowars.com with David Knight interviewing him, this individual, and also the original video. A 5-minute clip to be precise. But anyway, a county court in North Carolina has moved to dismiss charges against a man arrested 2 years ago for drinking iced tea. Back in April 2013, former Army Sergeant turned rapper Christopher Botti, aka X-Tribe, was filmed waiting for a friend outside of the Cumberland County ABC liquor store in Fayetteville when a plainclothes officer walked up to him demanding to know what he was drinking. The man, only verbally identified as a police officer, approached Petition, I'm trying to get his name right, but I'm sorry, who held out his drink at his arm length, allowing the officer to read the label. The officer grew irritated after Petition I'm sorry for getting the name wrong, refused to allow him to hold the drink and asked him to leave the property for trespassing. Despite Christopher's let's just say basically the guy just arrested him right there on the spot, and last week the Cumberland Court District Attorney Judge Lou Olivera ruled the arrest was unconstitutional, saying that the author lack of reasonable suspicion holding that all fruits are from the poison. The evidence deprived from arresting was thereby inadmissible. I mean, look at the cops, folks. I mean, I'm glad the judge finally saw the light, but if it was in any other court, trust me, they would have thrown a book at him and sent him off the river. You can't even, quote-unquote, drink and walk home. I mean, you're not going to hurt anybody. You just get arrested for it. But, you see how mentally ill this is, too. But anyway, an article written by McCallum is titled, Church asks followers to submit to government, calling 911 on suspicious neighbors. Underneath it says, I pledge to call 911 if I see someone suspicious in my neighborhood. Well, the government acts suspicious. I could call 911 for that. But anyway, a church hosted a law enforcement appreciation summit asking followers to pledge their allegiance to government this weekend, arguing that all state authorities throughout history have been ordered by God. Seriously? The church's name is at the Gold Creek Community Church, and it's in Mill Creek, Washington. The church's pastor, Dan Kellogg, who is reportedly a police chaplain, used number 13 Bible verse to justify his position, which is always taken out of context as well. I also might add that as well. As noted by Infowars, Paul Joseph Watson, Rule 13 has long been used by authoritarian regimes to force compliance. It says here that basically Rule 13 is routinely been cited by tyrants throughout the history in an attempt to prevent Christians from rising up against their rule. Indeed, it was Hitler's favorite Bible verse, Watson wrote in an article he had. But I mean, the guy here looks like a clergy response team member who's gonna sell his flock out to up the river. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But in all seriousness, if you haven't seen it already, there's an article. You can also see that basically there's a clip here about the article from a commenter named Vicky Mori. I mean, basically, he has taken the protection that protected us, and now, well, you can read the whole rest of this stuff. But anyway, he talks about how the head of protection's gone and how we need God to win this. We can't do this alone. And I agree with him. I mean, we need to hit our knees and seriously repent about this. Because basically, these people are going to take over this country. And if we don't fight this thing, we will ultimately lose everything. And basically we'll all end up as slaves. And this is the last article of the day, folks, and it's an article by Paul Joseph Watson. Mark Dice has done it again, folks. Done it yet again. And the article is titled, basically, Americans have petitions to support Obama illiteracy program. Underneath it says, these goals illustrate why the illiteracy rate hasn't improved in over 10 years. And I'm just going to run the video here. I mean, I'll try to talk
quick,
over it,
just sign a petition to support the illiteracy program with the kids. It's part of the Obama administration's educational program. Just real quick, just print, birth date, and a signature. Illiteracy is spreading far and wide. And this petition's going to help continue the spread of illiteracy. Birth date to support the illiteracy program. A lot of kids just aren't reading these days. Even a lot of adults just aren't paying any attention at all. So, thank you for demonstrating that.
Well, there you go.
Hey, do you read books? Will you support the illiteracy program?
I don't. You heard a guy say that?
Just to help spread illiteracy. Print, birth date, and a signature to support the illiteracy program, just to make sure that more people are illiterate these days. Good idea for the New World Order. Signature, supporting that. I really appreciate it. You're really helping out your generation and future generations. They're so illiterate right now. We appreciate that.
Anytime,
Thank you. Reading any books? Just real quick. I just need to help to support the illiteracy programs in the schools. Just print here, birth date, and a signature. Just
you don't want to see which books we're reading.
Real quick. Yeah, it's less and less people are reading these days, so we're just having the petition to support illiteracy. And
oh, brother, I can't play any more of this. Basically, this article, and as I go down the article, the basic article goes on to say that basically when a man asks that to clarify, he restates that the partition is an Obama administration incentive to spread more illiteracy. The video doesn't feature anyone who refuses to sign the partition or even understands what the word illiteracy means. Figures show that 32 million Americans can't read, a whopping 14% of the population, while 21% read below a 5th grade level and 90% at a high school or graduate are illiterate. The current illiterate rate in the United States hasn't improved at all over the last 10 years. Dice's stunt, unfortunately, illustrates. I mean, basically, you wonder why Obama got into the White House. Look at this. Well, that's all the articles I have for you today. If you'd like me to write about these articles, please go to the links below or go to Infowars.com or PrinceLand.com. There you can find hundreds of articles just like that I have read for you today. This is Infowars Newsbits, live from Field Region number 3, Randallstown, Maryland. I'm Info Gundam. Please like, subscribe, and donate. Bye-bye.